The Aaron and Austin Show is brought to you by Barcode. Don't be a chode. Drink at the code.
We got a real Saturday morning cartoon theme song. We kind of got a specialty in that. I will give Aaron and John credit for that. We've made 2 theme songs now in our. I
usually hit John up.
I gotta get a theme song.
40, I think so, man.
See, you hear that? He set you up for it.
I gotta get a theme song.
You just want to go right into it?
Yeah, you see, he set you up for it.
All right, man. So I've been at work for you. You don't even know this.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about this. We've been waiting for you to come.
Yeah, I've been waiting for you to come on the podcast.
Okay,
I got a theme song for you.
For real?
Yeah, we worked on it a little bit. And by no means do you have to take it, but it's an
idea. It's something I just wanted to do.
Because he's
right. If you like it, pick it up. If you don't, put it down.
I'm getting excited.
Let's preface this. For the first 30 shows, we had a theme song, and I'm not going to take any credit for this. Aaron and John put that one all together. I requested a new theme song for after the 30th show, and you just heard it again. That's the new song.
I like that.
And we
catchy, right?
Yeah, it's real catchy.
So our friend Alonzo here has a great podcast called Talking with Your Mouth Full, and no credit to me. I'm giving all the credit to these guys. They took it upon themselves to actually make you an intro song.
What?
Man.
And we got to hear for you to listen to right now.
John,
right now, I want to hear it. Let's go.
And then we can even play it again too, and let her get an ear on it too if we have.
John, you got this queued up?
Oh yeah.
All right.
I want to hear this. Oh man, this is dope.
John,
let's get it, man.
Oh, here you go.
When the conversation's wonderful, good people with a lot of soul, sit back and get comfortable.
Hey,
and try talking with your mouth full.
I want it. It's my I'm gonna need some more to drink. I'm gonna need some more to drink. He said with the guy, you talking with your mouth full. Hey, I want that.
Yeah. All right,
I need that.
Play it again one time.
Play it one more time. Play it a little loud. Give us a little more volume on it too. Turn your 13 and 14 up.
13 and 14. Oh, mine is good.
Some more, I think.
Give us a little more.
Boost it up.
I knew he was gonna like it.
All right. When the conversation's wonderful, good people with a lot of soul.
People with a lot of soul.
Sit back and get comfortable.
Sit back and get comfortable.
And try
talking with your mouth full. Hey, I'm on, mama. Hey, I like that. Yeah, good. I need that.
So that was my.
That's for you.
For real?
Yeah,
that's for you.
You can put it. We'll give you
that.
Man, that's love. That's the best thing anybody's given to me. For real,
man. And that was
when they came. They was like, I want to make him an intro song. I was like, well, I've watched his podcast and I love him. I was like, he needs an intro song. I was like, he does need like a little intro thing.
So I do music. So I have a song on my Zorro TV. That's me rapping on that. I made that song.
I've seen that on your. You've posted that on your own page.
Yeah. So that's my. So like I got my personal Facebook. My personal YouTube. That's like vlogging, my shows. That's Zorro TV. But of course, Talking with Your Mouth Full is the podcast.
Yeah, and it's got its own YouTube channel and everything. Yeah.
Right. So Zorro TV got an actual theme song, if you will, but I ain't got nothing catchy and everybody's gonna love that. They gonna love that.
I'm glad
Thank
you like it.
man.
I'm glad you like
it. That's dope.
And that's my first time ever attempting to rap.
My only
input, or do any hip hop.
So you rap that?
That was him.
That was me.
My only input
you got soul, man.
My only input was I was like, it needs to have some horns and a little piano in it.
So we put both of them in there.
I was like, give me little horns.
He's black. Throw some jazz in there.
It's for my music taste. I don't want just like a basic.
When he talks about hip hop, he's like, "Man, I like that shit with horns and shit." And every time it's horns and shit, I don't want to hear it.
Nah, yeah, you don't want that.
I like music with some depth. I don't want just a flat beat.
Yeah,
that anybody can make.
Nah, you don't. I don't like 808 beats. I listen to a lot of deep music as well. As far as the bass line, you got to add some piano, add a little bit
anything
of
anything that Dreamville's doing.
Yeah.
So like
for the most part, J. Cole takes it over right now.
Yeah, and all their artists are great. So anything that they're doing.
So that's what we subconsciously delivered for you.
Yeah. No, that was.
Yeah. So that's you can. We'll send that to you, and you can add it to the front of your show.
Say less. And we about to start season 2. So
I knew you was getting close. That's why it all worked out perfect. All worked out perfect.
Man, dog, I'm excited.
All right, so real quick,
they done gave me free alcohol and a theme song. Y'all need to come to the Aaron Austin show. They'll tell it. Depending on what you like, they might have something up here for you.
Never know.
Yeah, we doing a lot. So real quick, let's cut to a graphic real quick. with our new sponsor, and we got a few shows from the Monica House as well. Check out all those flyers real quick. Let's get through that real fast. And we're back. So, and we'd like to thank, we'd like to especially thank, hopefully you heard it during that quick break. We want to thank our first full-time sponsor.
Barcode, man.
We already had PK Pest Managers throw us a little cash and do a little for us. But now we have a monthly sponsor in the Barcode. Barcode Bar is a full-time sponsor of the Aaron and Austin Show, kicking us a little cash to promote their shows every week.
It's 1507 East Pawnee. It's where the old Elbow Room was.
Yeah,
if you guys are familiar. And
they were trying to do drag shows. They were doing hip hop open mics. They're doing hip hop shows. We're doing rock shows. They're doing everything at the Barcode. A lot of booking you can get with Joe Kerr and Syndrome Entertainment. That is doing a lot of booking through them, and you can also get with Irish too as well. So they're willing to do everything at that bar.
Yeah,
so
it's really cool.
it's a really open concept, and they're looking to book as many artists and do whatever they can. And I appreciate their sponsorship. Especially at a time where we're trying to edit a show, we needed that.
Man, for real, right?
So shout out to Barcode.
Yeah, hell yeah.
They even gave me a fucking T-shirt. So.
Oh man, Barcode, come talk to me, man.
Yeah, I think they're into doing comedy shows too. I think they've tried it already.
Man, you got a really cool comedy show going on right now. This Marshmallows.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah,
So,
I can't wait to get into it. So let's get into that part. So everybody, this is our guest, a formal introduction to Alonzo Ross.
Yeah.
After we had the intro music for him and everything, but we met Alonzo at ICT Fest, and I could not wait to get a full interview for this. He was one of my favorite interviews easily of those 2 nights. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you. So comedian Alonzo Ross, everybody. So
hey.
Yeah. Thunderous applause. I mean, that's some shit we can cut in. We got this $70 effects package. You have no idea.
Hey, I got the 7-day free trial. I'm running through emails. I'm almost running out variations of Alonzo.
What it is just like start using those effects and like recording them.
Keeping them on your own
there
files.
you go.
That way I can just I'm picking up some gems. I get a theme songs. Know how to do my effects.
See, bro?
Yeah, I got to get some Aaron Austin show.
So hit us with what you guys got going on Wednesday night.
The Marshmallow.
All right, so
man.
every Wednesday night we at Sidelines Bar and Grill, 1400 East First Street. So for those that want, it's the old bar. It's on First and Cleveland. So it's on the one.
It was Boomerang at one point.
Yeah, it was Boomerang.
I know that place.
Yep. So I've been trying to find a way to give the crowd a more interactive way to open comedy because
you give them a bag of marshmallows.
Yeah.
Well, man, shit, that's better than some of the shit they say.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because
for real.
sometimes we be going up there, and even myself, I be trying new stuff, and that can drown the crowd out. And how do I know if they really messing with my comedy or they just tired of being at open mics?
Right.
So I'm like, what can I do? So I first saw at the Night Owl in Arkansas, they jingle keys. At Apollo back in the day, they just straight booed you.
And then they pulled you
off the stage.
Boom,
I was
right off
like,
the stage.
so,
I mean, sometimes they get close to you.
hey, you got one more joke. You got one more joke.
One
so I was
more
how
bad
can
note,
I?
and your ass is gone.
Exactly. So I was like, what can I do to you know what I'm saying, make it unique for me and kind of give that same feel? And I was like, throw popcorn. I was like, nah, that's too messy. I don't want to clean up popcorn. Marshmallows, the jumbo ones was perfect. Man. It was just perfect. I don't know.
Throw too hard. You better give me a little ass.
I promise you. I didn't have people throw them from their asshole.
So you caught a couple.
Yeah, and I catch them.
Yeah,
I catch them.
I
Man,
play
it's
college
easy.
baseball, baby. I'm gonna let that bad boy
promise
go.
you, the marshmallow's so soft, and people got on clothes. It just falls off, and it's perfect.
Anybody get dome pieced off yet?
Oh yeah. First marshmallow night, Dee the comedian. Shout out to Dee the comedian. First marshmallow night, I throw a marshmallow. Somebody throw a marshmallow. Everybody was throwing marshmallows. She had an open shirt and it just dropped right in her titties.
Oh shit!
Took it out and she ate it.
Somebody should have gave that boy a shot for that.
that's what I was saying. You never know what can happen at marshmallow. And then also when you're a comedian and you messing up on your jokes, somebody throw a marshmallow, then you kind of like, don't throw a marshmallow because I'm, and then it gives you some crowd. It gives you exactly. So it's just perfect. Every Wednesday.
So every Wednesday at Sidelines.
Yep.
Let's say we're the crowd. Do you like start the crowd with like, hey, this is what we're doing?
Yeah.
You explain it.
Yeah, I'm the host. So
listen, we're not being hateful here, but if you find the comedy lacking,
is
when you launch Marshmallows.
Yeah, and they even throw
more than one. How many we launch?
I give them a cup. So when you walk in, I supply you with a cup, and it's free refills on the marshmallows all night. It's just $2 entry right now. So y'all better get it before we up it, because the more
marshmallows
come,
ain't free. Shit ain't doing nothing but going up.
And it's catching on. It's catching
on pretty quick. So. With that's a real friend right there. That's a real friend because I didn't say nothing because I thought that was your style. So I just let you rock.
I didn't notice it. Sorry.
I'm needing touched up and I ain't.
A lot of people throw.
You're fine. You just had a leak. This one was leaking out. Some jellyfish arm was leaking out of there.
You had a little leak. Had a slow leak. A little slow leak. And so a lot of people even throw. So one time there was an older black lady there, and I made a joke about her being a mom and stuff, and I was like, "You out past your bedtime. You ain't got no greens on." She laughed hard and threw a marshmallow. So they also throw marshmallows as compliments too.
Shitting on them.
But she loved it. So it was like, you doing good. So
fuck you.
It's just a weird family thing. It's a weird.
So come chuck some fucking marshmallows.
Just come, yes, bro. Because
can we bring our own marshmallows?
I provide them, so don't even worry about it. Because that's just for the safety.
Yeah.
People that talked about freezing marshmallows.
Right.
I was about to say, people can wipe their ass on these marshmallows.
Putting rocks in the middle. I'm like,
he's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's what he gonna be doing.
Nah, but hey, why you exposing them all of
I'm just saying, man.
Just because I show up with a bag of dirty marshmallows.
They roasted already. They roasted already.
He gonna be catching them on fire.
But yeah, just for the safety, and I make sure the cleanup as well. So it's not to be rude or anything, but just how you spoke. Like, are people just being rude on them? No, I make sure I'm the host. So I come up and I set the tone. Off top, I'm like, hey, y'all, welcome to Marshmallow Night. You already know me. I'm comedian Alonzo Ross. I'm your host. Y'all get y'all jitters out. Throw some marshmallows right now. This is what this show about.
Get it.
And they throw.
That's a great idea. You know, be a good host. That's a great idea.
So you're reusing marshmallows, right?
No, I sweep them up. I throw them away.
So one time, this show got money, boy.
Man, chill.
Production
marshmallows
value,
right now.
bro.
Jeez.
Marshmallows right now is only $1.29.
So I think people need to start paying $3 to get in.
$3 to get in. I think that's fair. $5 really.
It is.
Phone from the background. Can we do $5 now?
We're doing $5 entry.
We're
doing $5 entry real soon. We got some. So we've added a bunch of new stuff. So now that it's picking up, we got the kitchen open now and a bunch of different stuff. So the last Wednesday in March, we'll be having a full kitchen, full everything. Merch will be available. We got Marshmallow Man shirts.
What is it? Sidelines is the name of the
Sidelines
place?
Bar
Do they normally
Grill.
do it? They normally do a full kitchen and stuff?
Not right now, but that
it's in the works because y'all.
Thanks to Marshmallow Night,
nice.
Stuff like that is able to happen.
Well, shout out to Sidelines.
They're gonna be making s'mores.
Mr. Trotter, man, Jerron Trotter, the Trotter.
Is that the owner?
That's the owner, man.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, man, he's really opened the door for me and let me have that. So
anybody that will open their venue up to an art of any kind, I'm totally behind.
Yeah, man.
An art of, not everybody can have bands. Not every bar can have everything.
Exactly.
But if you're willing to open your space up that you are trying to make money off of to any art, I'm always behind that. So shout out to the owners of Sidelines.
Yeah, they did that, and they do City Nights too. So the same owner, he owns both. So that's pretty cool.
What's that?
He owns City Nights as well.
Oh, is that another bar? I don't know.
Yeah, he owns Sidelines and City Nights.
I've never even heard of City Nights. I've heard of Sidelines. I haven't heard of City Nights.
We too old for City Nights.
Oh,
you heard of Sidelines because of Marshmallow Night. I'm just messing.
Really, I mean, mainly. I mean, that is.
Tell him that so we can keep it going. I don't want to take my night away.
Well, is he? Well, hey, we can take shout outs away.
No, I'm just talking noise. They real comfortable at Sidelines, man. They don't never give me no issues. Other bars and stuff, they be having different stipulations, because comedy is a kind of a niche thing. You know what I'm saying?
You never know when or what day is going to draw
exactly.
a crowd. Some days it hits, and some days it's dull as a fuck. You never fucking
know. And the comedy crowd different.
It's different.
The comedy crowd is different.
It can be fickle at times.
I always say this, man.
Fickle as a motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's
put
the
R
hardest
in there.
audience in all of entertainment.
Well, yeah. but they also
the hardest art.
And it's a hard venue to run, man, because as a venue, you're basically saying I'm putting up comedians of varying quality.
Exactly.
And of different
all day long.
Exactly.
That's my thing, right? And so as a patron of this place, you kind of sign this unwritten contract, like
we're not gonna disrespect too many people.
And I'm not gonna be butthurt about comedy, man.
Right.
Like that's the contract we're writing. That's anti-comedy. Is I ain't gonna be butthurt about your comedy.
And to me,
like you get to say what makes me laugh, and that's fine.
What comedy is, if it's funny, it works.
Exactly.
Yeah. If it's funny, it works. If it's not driven in hate and it's funny, and it works.
It works. That's all you gotta do.
No matter race, creed, or culture.
If it's funny, it works.
It's funny, it works. And if it's not based in hate.
But you can tell
there's stereotypes that are funny as fuck.
Yes,
the stereotypes are funny as a motherfucker. They're true for every race and creed or culture there is walking around. So like that's the biggest attack on everything right now is comedy. Comedy's taking the biggest hit.
We're taking a big hit.
Big hit. Like go see a comedy movie. I'll wait. They ain't been one out for God knows whatever.
PPP loan.
They do like
that's comedy.
Or promote that. What is that?
Yeah, so PPP loan drop. That's on Tubi.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's a comedy.
You guys did a movie. Someone you know did it. There's another star of the movie. Is he the star of the movie or are you?
I had
this in my notes. I wanted to get to it.
So the movie PPP loan shot by Brave Films. They done shot all the movies.
I've seen it all on Facebook. Is where I've seen it from your shit.
And so it launched. It's on Tubi now. So it was the #1 comedy movie of 2022. It's a movie based on people getting the PPP loan money and then just not having a business and then having to figure out how to have a business. I play Big Smoke in the movie, so I got the money and I tried to sell weed with it. But the weed that I got was bad weed. It's just it's the follow the money type of movie with a whole bunch of twists and turns. It's a very funny movie. The star of the movie is Keywan Moses.
Yeah, because I'm friends with him and I saw him post
Yep,
too.
so he's the star, Jacob.
Yeah.
He's the main star. Then his co-star is Zephaniah or Miles Murray. So that's his co-star. And then you have these subplots underneath it. And that's where me
I have to watch that.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
So Tubi's the best place to get it?
Tubi, yep. Okay. It's free on Tubi as well, so you can just stream it right there.
We got a Roku channel.
And what's the name again?
PPP Loan Gone.
PPP Loan Gone.
Yep. PPP Loan Gone.
Yep, the loan. The loan. LOAN.
Not long gone. Loan gone.
Loan. Yep. The loan is gone.
Yeah.
Money gone. Yeah.
So I mean, because I've been seeing
PPP loan.
Yeah, I've been
gone.
I've been seeing. Yeah. Right.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I've been wanting to check that out. So what was that experience like filming that?
Man, filming is crazy. Like how y'all got the lights here and stuff. It's kind of like the same exact thing, but you instead of having the freedom, you got to say lines over and over.
Yep.
And over
until you get it right.
And not even you could get it right, but then he want to get it from this angle. Yeah. You want to get it from this angle, then this angle.
Do that exact same thing.
Yeah, do that exact.
5 more times.
5 more times, but it's fun, man. It's the most. Man, it's the craziest experience ever to be on a movie set, bro. And it's
awesome.
like you got people like handing you water, making sure you got food. Like I'm like, oh.
So you felt special.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
And hey, don't be upset. Feeling special is great for everybody.
Yeah,
I love
I'm like,
that shit.
okay, you know what I'm saying?
And it makes you perform better.
Yeah, and then there's a scene.
Does.
So one of the scenes, I gotta smoke a blunt. It was like fake weed or whatever.
Yeah, you gotta do the fake weed. Isn't that still weird?
Well, it was CBD, so I mean, it's not as bad. It was the Delta 9, the Delta 8.
So it's not like it used to be because no matter what.
Back in the day, it was just fake weed.
If you had bigger stars, they would have just rolled that straight shit.
In LA
I rolled
now,
up a little bit of real weed.
So what about? But in LA,
allegedly,
LA now that it's recreationally legal, do you think they still have to use fake weed in movies now?
Well, they probably use real.
But it was always fake. It was always like bullshit weed.
Well, I also
like even
think,
in like Half Baked. Like
well,
one of our
I think
favorite movies
if you actually smoke weed, you probably dealt with the real weed. But like if you had to do a weed movie and you ain't know how to smoke, because
I bet they roll up too.
Well, I heard
you got one.
I heard in no way, shape, or form do I know fucking anything. This is just fucking talking shit. But like I heard that even like on Half Baked, Dave Chappelle and all
that was fake weed.
They had to smoke fake weed.
Yeah, that was fake weed.
And they were smoking weed behind the scenes, but even
and that's why they were still high on.
Because they did it.
But for some reason on camera, it was you could not get away with smoking even like a mixture of.
I ain't gonna lie, they didn't see me roll up all those CBD blunts. That's all I'm gonna say.
Exactly. How they gonna know? Because really, a CBD blunt still smells like a fucking.
And hey, they didn't see me roll up all them.
I just stayed in character. All I carry is CBD weed.
I just had to stay in character.
All my weed is CBD weed. Go test it, motherfucker. Go get your lab out. I know you ain't want to spend that money.
Yeah.
That's why the trick is if you just put your weed
just put it in the CBD container. Then we giving up too much game. We giving up too much.
And still,
This is all going to be used in the court of law.
and I will say then, even go test it, you cheap ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, go test it. Go test it.
Go test my 8th. Go
Man.
get the fuck out of here. The fuck out of
You
here.
know how long that would take just for that little bit of weed?
Yeah,
That'd be
no
way.
shit.
It's more cost effective. Yeah.
They'd have paid me $50.
Wichita decriminalized anyway.
Yeah. Especially the city cops.
Yeah,
They ain't
Wichita
supposed to fuck-
decriminalized.
they ain't supposed to
Oh,
fuck with
turn
it.
up.
Yeah,
Let's
they ain't supposed-
go.
If
So they
you
ain't
have
supposed to
less
fuck
than 33 grams,
I ain't never got more
Why
than
you
33
fucking-
grams. I'm a broke. I'm broke.
I mean, maybe at home.
I don't keep no.
Allegedly, none of
I
us
got
smoke weed at all.
0.5.
We don't even drink on this show. This shit is apple juice.
I got 0.5 that I sprinkle on some CBD. There you go. I got 0.5 that I sprinkle. That's perfect.
hey man, so tell me about the podcast you're doing, man. Talk with
Yeah,
your
so
mouth full.
yeah, so after we got through all of this, we made the intro for him, and again, that's fucking tight. But
that was
let's let him explain the podcast. It's a perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so
for that.
talking with your mouth full is how do I explain it? It's a one-on-one interview style. Where I kind of like to dive into what kind of created the person and where they think they're going next, so that way we can kind of have like a flashback feel to where.
So it's an interview. You have
It's
an
a
interview
basic
with the
interview,
guest.
but we get to talk over their favorite food. So when y'all come on the show, because we talked about it at the ICT,
and we're
I
ready.
remember the conversation. We're gonna have you said Cajun food.
Shit, yeah.
You said seafood boil. That's what you said, or something like that. I remember the ICT fest. I was a little drunk, but I remember.
Shit, I can't believe you remember it. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember you there.
Yeah, I remember.
being there.
I still got the
Because
video
it was the
on my
first
Instagram.
night.
Yep.
We talked to you on the first night when it was
Yep.
it was off.
Yeah,
that weather
that-
was perfect on that first
Man,
night. It
and
was
I was doing a recap that
Yeah.
night. That's how I ended
and
up
that was
meeting
Marcus
y'all.
and Maurice Anthony's was up on that night, and
Mm-hmm.
and Rudy
Something
Love
like that.
played early.
Really
and
Love played
Ke-
real early.
And Keo, is that her name?
Oh yeah, Keel.
Yeah, don't let me fuck
Yeah.
names up. But I'm
Keo-
actually doing
man.
pretty well at the moment.
Yeah, you running through smooth. You right. The liquor ain't kicked in. Give us
it's-
that 100 proof. They make you take a 100 proof shot before you can talk.
Yeah,
But it's in the same vein, right? Like you buy people that come for food.
Yeah, so yeah, it's
and
the
it opens
same
them up.
exact thing,
we
man.
We just get people liquored up, man.
Yeah,
and I
I
will say
love
this,
you.
and I will ask you just as a quick before we get into more of your talking with your mouth full. Do you ever like before you go on, like have a cigarette or have a bowl or have a shot to just give you a little loose
Yeah.
before you walk up there?
Always.
And that's what even if a person's not a huge drinker, that's what I've always tried to do with the podcast. It's like, hey, have a Rumplements, take a load off. You're not so nervous.
No, for sure.
Because
Relax, you can't fuck
even
this
me,
up,
even
you
me
know?
even me for the first 5 or 10 shows that we did, you're kind of like a little uptight for
You're
a
like,
sec. But
where
I mean,
did you start doing your craft?
Yeah, exactly. And exactly.
Do you like doing music?
Exactly. And that's
What
like
is next on the horizon?
Yeah. What do you see yourself doing in 5 years? That is the last fucking thing we
Yeah,
want.
right.
Like, you know?
No, but you got to loosen up.
And that's the same. And I think that's a great thing about that you do with having people have their best food. on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I literally, there's no menu restrictions. I literally ask them, what do you want to eat? And they're like, what do you mean? I'm like, anything. They didn't see, and a lot of people didn't go look at the show like, what does this dude talk about? They go look and they be like, I'll go out. Wingstop. It's like, I don't care. It's not for me. It's not about the sponsorship. I know later down the line we're going to get to that. But
Yeah,
right
you will.
now,
Great. His show's great, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get to that real quickly.
exactly. But right now, I just want I want my guests to feel real, just like how y'all do. Y'all could probably end up getting your own Aaron and Austin liquor
Yeah.
soon.
We
down
got
the
our
line.
own cups, man. Look,
Yeah, I seen
we
the
just
cups.
use
I'm kind of mad that look how they do the guests. The guests don't get a cup.
Why? I
There's
mean,
only 2 of them.
and I
I
will.
don't
he
have
said
it back
this-
here either.
And I will even be here. We are on week 3 of not knowing who sent us these cups. These
We don't even know who
these
being-
cups
Oh,
were.
wow.
These cups were graciously sent anonymously to my personal house.
Kind
Wow.
of scary, really.
Someone
You think
might be
about
trying
it
to
a
kill
little
me,
bit.
or they just love the show.
Stalker.
Can somebody anonymously send him at least one more cup, please? Matter of fact, I ain't even gonna do. What's his name back there? I forgot.
Well,
John.
fuck John.
John, I was about to say too.
No,
He's
Right
not even
back
on,
here.
he's not even on
Wait.
camera.
The
Fuck
Aaron
him.
and
I don't
Austin
have to
show
even switch
and
back to you
John. We'll
guys.
just add it. We'll just
We
add
can
it.
just
Yeah,
add
it's
it.
John.
Here on
And
Alonzo
fuck-
the rest of the
nah,
night.
I think and fuck John. And fuck John.
And
We
fuck
won't even see Aaron and Austin the rest
Just do
of the
the
show.
middle finger. Just do the middle
We'll
finger
just look
emoji. Just
fuck John.
All of a sudden, our video quality, audio quality, start going down.
Shit ain't
This
synced.
episode starts tanking, man.
Shit ain't synced for a motherfucker.
hey, that's how I be feeling sometimes. I got to keep my producer happy too. Troy Andrews, y'all got to meet him.
Absolute great guy. If you want to go back and meet him, check out the ICT Fest podcast that we did. He's on the first part.
I got to keep him happy. So, John, that's why I think about you, John, because I be thinking about my producer, man. I got you, man. We're going to get you a cup back there.
And you just got one producer for your show, don't you?
Yeah, just one.
Because these audio visual motherfuckers is two of them.
You can't have two of them in the room.
Oh, God,
Your show will never come out.
we did it for 45 shows. I don't know how the fuck we made it work.
Thank you so much. Yeah, you can't have two people in the room thinking something's cute. No, it'll never get out. But talking with your mouth full, man, I started it.
Great fucking idea, sir.
Thank you, man.
Great fucking idea.
Thank you, man. So I actually started it with watching other people's podcasts. So I watched Drink Champs. I watched the Heart to Hearts. I watched the 85 South shows. I watched Joe Budden's. I watched everything.
Joe Budden's is a good one.
Joe Rogan's. You name it, I watched. And I'm like, man, like, they do some. Everybody has a unique way of getting their guests to open up. Joe Rogan has the relationship.
And time.
Yeah, and time.
His key is there's no time limit on his.
Yeah.
So, like, if I don't get you in the first hour, by the third hour, your ass going to be opened up.
Exactly.
Because you eventually going to get comfortable in that seat.
Everybody got these unique things, and I'm like, well, I'm kind of new in the game. I'm kind of fresh, but people are curious.
Right.
And so, other than me being funny, what else can I do to, like, boom? I was like, well, I love cooking already.
Along with being funny, you're an interesting cat, too.
Yeah. Oh, thanks,
so
man.
But it's breaking bread, man. It's breaking bread with friends.
Boom.
Like
that lets doors down. People's defenses down.
Because as soon as they take a bite of their favorite meal, they relax.
They had a good space.
They relax.
They had a good space.
And I will say that's the genius of it, that you make it their favorite meal.
Yeah, it's not. I don't pick the meal.
It's not you.
But you eat it?
Yes. I get the variation that I can eat of whatever they get.
So how many shows have you done in the first season? How many
my God.
You don't even know.
No, I don't.
I think I'm a guess. It was 10? Did you do 10?
I think about 10, and then some of the first season that we recorded, we wanted to save for second season because they're so powerful.
Yeah,
and the stuff that we talked about is future. So we recorded. I got like 12, 14 episodes already pre-recorded.
So of all those episodes, what was one person that gave you a menu and you was like, you don't have to put them on blast, but how many times did you get a menu and you was like, ooh, okay.
So
this ain't my food.
Every black woman on my show except for one got a hog wild potato. I don't know what the fuck that means.
They're good. Hog wild potatoes are good.
I ate hog wild potatoes for like 2 weeks straight.
That's not
like
it's not very dynamic.
No, but it's just weird. Like when you're thinking of I didn't like. So he said,
but how can that be your favorite meal?
That's what I'm saying. How is that your hog wild potato?
When someone just asked me your favorite meal that I maybe can get easy, maybe the hog wild potato is it.
But I don't give you no restrictions.
But if I'm going on a show that's talking with your mouth, and you ask me my favorite meal, it's like, to me, what am I eating on death row?
Look.
Thank you.
What you
This one lady brought
kill your
this
ass.
One lady brought teriyaki. She's a cook. So and then we had a cook. Shout out Taylor Chapman. And we had a vegan cook, Cheyenne Bullock. So we had those two. Those two brought a meal.
Right.
Because they're cooks.
Yeah, we trying to do that too. We got that coming up on our show.
Yeah, I had the teriyaki salmon and the green beans and all that. So death row meal. That's I'm about to die meal.
Yeah, like give me your.
You just start asking your
potato,
guests, like, what is it?
A hog wild.
I want some hog wild potato with like extra biscuit.
I was raised
the most basic bits. That's like the most basic shit. Like
I was raised on plate lunch, man.
That's what I'm saying.
2 meat or 3 meat? What you got?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
These 2 sides, 2 meat, 3 meat.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's like going to a gourmet restaurant and getting like chicken tenders.
Yeah.
Like, so where's the chicken fingers at? Like come on.
So disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean my maybe absolute favorite meal for me would probably be somewhere in the crab world, but maybe even in the sushi world too.
That's
like
what I'm saying, shrimp boil, man.
But imagine if
a crawfish boil I like more than I like a crawfish boil more than a shrimp boil.
But I ain't sucking the heads, man.
I don't want to suck the heads, but I do like crawfish.
I don't suck the heads either. I just eat the tails.
I'll fuck about 3 pounds of crawfish.
You losing half your money.
No, you ain't.
Most of the meat is in the head.
But the tails is good though. Yeah, but they got that. It's got that nasty ass. Vein in there with that green shit in there.
That vein is turds, man. That vein is turds.
It is.
What's a head without a vein? What's a head without a vein? Right.
Yeah, right.
Veins have blood. That's just
you
turds.
writing all the time. That's what I love. But yeah,
That's hilarious.
I don't want that nasty mustard looking turds on my
Crawfish turd.
Yeah, I don't.
Facts.
Think
And also, I knew nobody would talk to me just straight up. So I knew it's easier to get people to get on the show if you give them something for free. So
I would say first and foremost you're giving yourself not enough credit. I think you could have an interview show. People would come on and talk.
Oh, thank you,
I'll talk
man.
to you,
Thank,
man.
thank y'all, man. Thank y'all.
Just like you're a worthwhile guest and interview on our show, I would say that you could get tons of people to do your show.
Yeah,
I'll help you, people.
But I love that you have. Is y'all hearing a phone? Or
I hear a phone.
Am I going insane?
I hear Facebook.
Yeah, like a Facebook messenger call.
That's right, John. That's right,
Jesus,
John. in the
my hoes
background.
only call me
phone
through
was in
Facebook
another
Messenger,
place.
so I
I'm
know what
sorry,
that
guys.
sound like.
Okay,
Like,
it's
I
all
know
Deja.
what that sound like.
Deja's trying to call me
Oh, bet.
on a video. I don't.
Tell your hoes to calm
Can't-
down, man.
I know shit.
I can't answer this.
See?
right
Tell them
now,
you
sadly.
working, man.
No,
No,
Tell them-
man. Hey, no. I do want to say this about Deja because she called me right now.
She's cool.
So no, Deja is an aged out foster youth.
Oh, I'm
That-
sorry.
That,
I called it.
that we.
Now you feel
that,
bad.
Damn!
What had happened was.
what happened was.
I didn't know who called.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
But no, so we're helping her record. She's.
Oh, okay.
She has musical aspirations, right?
Oh, turn
So-
up.
I was
So-
just making sure I wasn't having a stroke.
So we put her with Scott Altall at NLR Records, and they've been recording tunes.
Oh,
and-
Ballistic?
Yeah,
shout out to
Ballistic
Scott.
out there.
Always shout out to Scott.
Turn up. I used to do music. My brothers rap. I don't rap.
Yeah, so
You too funny.
Man, yeah. And when
I'm
I
not
rap,
saying you can't rap, but you funny.
when I
you're too
rap,
funny.
it's funny.
You should, well, I will
should get together with
present to
Blake
you
Martin.
that rap is a very polished up version of writing poetry and doing
it's-
comedy. Because I mean, what do we say when we listen to bars as punchlines?
Exactly.
So,
and
like,
when you listen to comedy,
yeah.
you listen to that punchline as well. So
Yeah, but
it's-
these, and I will say it again, and I've said it on other podcasts. These motherfucking music artists get to rely on their laurels for years,
And
travel around on one song.
Yeah, boy.
your ass can't tell the
I
same joke
can't
twice
say-
in the same room without getting booze.
Yeah, like we heard that
Where
before.
and just say your punchline before you get it out.
Man. But so I never had that happen because every time I go up, it's new material.
So you're writing all the time like that.
I write every single show is brand new.
hell yeah.
every
how
single
are you
show.
pulling that off?
Uncle Bam
I can show you.
made that same claim.
I can show you
I
that.
will. This segues into a great way, and I always want to ask this about comedians because you guys are my favorite medium by far.
What's happening?
How is your writing process? Do you sit down and write in the morning? Do you just fly from the hip? Do you do a lot of crowd work? Like, what is your when you go into writing a bit or writing an hour or 30 minutes? Like, how does
I got an
how does
hour.
that process work for you?
So I can write up to an hour right now. I'm working on trying to get to Dion Cole time where I could just be up there for like all day long.
I think you're good enough to you could always just shoot the shit for like
Oh, yeah.
another 30 minutes on top of your hour.
Yeah, I can,
You're like,
but
you
I
can-
want to get it like him. Like,
That's tough to have
So
the
I'm
new hours
writing.
all the time. So, good
so
for you.
how I write is first and foremost, like my life is already interesting as it is. You know what I'm saying? So my life, everything I do is I literally lived it. You've never heard me write nothing that I haven't physically done. So anybody that's watching, go look at all my content. Everything you read and hear, it didn't happen.
He's
That-
speaking
that
from
was
the
real.
man is speaking from experience.
I got
right.
2 baby mamas, 2 kids. Graduated
you done some shit.
high school, graduated college. I was a cheerleader. So my life is a full
He's
spectrum.
been around. He's been
Yeah,
around. Learned some
yeah,
things.
yeah.
Learned some
So-
things. How old are you now?
I'm 27.
27?
So, but my life is crazy. So I start off just by, if I don't have a show, so I write towards my shows depending on what's going on around the time. So if it's like a Valentine's Day, a lot of my jokes are going to be more geared towards couples or more geared towards trying to go back, just that relationship kind of talk.
Do you try to stay away
Smart.
from the? Do you try to stay away from the local comedy, Wichita comedy, or do you use a little bit of that too?
What do you
stuff,
mean?
Like jokes that only people from Wichita.
No,
would get.
I don't do that.
That's smart.
I don't
That's
do
smart.
that.
I always try
I
to tell
don't do that.
comedians like don't like write music that only people in this town will get.
Nah,
Well,
I don't do that.
If you do, you stuck to this town.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it doesn't it's almost wasted energy a little bit.
Right.
And it's you'd be better at just doing crowd work.
Exactly. So I write to the situation. Now, if there's nothing going on, I'm a moment writer. So I can literally be right now like thinking of something. I will keep that in my head until I leave here. My whole way
So you
home,
like to
I'm
do a lot
writing
of topical
joke.
shit, like stuff that's going on, like currently.
No, sir. No topical. I don't do no
So you don't talk
topical.
about any
Really?
popular shit.
I only did topical 1 or twice, and that was when Bill Cosby. I did a 1 joke about him.
Bet.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't.
You got to say some shit.
Yeah, but I don't do no topical because that for me is for longevity.
Right. And
So
that's kind of one-offs.
exactly.
You know
So
what
when I think
Topicals
of the top
dated.
comedians like Kevin Hart, stuff like that, it's family stuff. They throw in their little punchlines with their topical stuff, but overall, it's their life. So it
Experiences.
Can
It's all their
always-
experiences.
Exactly.
It really is.
So it's
I mean, Dave
always-
Chappelle's my favorite, and it's always
and
about
it's
his
his experiences. He don't do
He's the storyteller.
exactly.
And those
I'm a
comedi-
perfect storyteller.
And I will say, if you haven't seen Alonzo's comedy, he's similar to that, and that's what you want. That's what you want in a good comedian. They're Bill Burr, any of the real good ones are telling you a little bit of a story why
Exactly.
they're shitting on that story.
Like my dad's stories. Like now I do throw gems in there. So like when I did the ICT comedy show, I do jokes about because I'm a young, I didn't have baby mama, baby daddy drama. You know what I'm saying?
I've been through some shit.
Exactly. So I done been in and out my daughter's life due to my issues with my baby mamas. So my jokes will have that gem in there. So
a ton of people can relate to that shit.
Exactly. So
that hits in every town.
Exactly, and I can travel with that.
Yeah.
But I can't travel with political stuff all the time.
Yeah.
But I could sell out a room talking about some baby mama and baby daddy shit.
Yeah,
Well,
everybody
the
has.
political's so
I mean,
wrong,
that real life shit and real life experiences shit. I would say for any comedian, that's always your best vein.
Exactly, because you can really give
Music
that passion
too, and I will
it.
say a lot of musicians have got away from telling stories with your songs.
Well,
you can tell stories with your songs too.
Facts.
There's been a thing about political, like, does this fit? And it's kind of a chicken or the egg thing. What came
Exactly.
first? Did I gain my platform? Now I can talk politically, or did I
Talk politically
and
to
get my
get-
platform?
So this is
Well, it all
goes
depends to
back
me,
to
like,
what
either
you
way,
said.
either
though.
way, the political angle, I just think it's wrong, man. You splitting your audience in half just by nature of it.
True, but
You
it
know what
goes
I mean?
back to kind of what you said about if it's funny and not distasteful, what we said earlier, or whatever. Then it's
It
cool.
works.
But
Yeah, there's
that's
Again, and we're gonna say that one more time for everybody listening.
because
Jokes are under fire. Every goddamn joke you make is
Exactly.
under fire, and they're looking for a reason to say you shouldn't be able to say that. Fuck you. I can say whatever the fuck I want.
But how better can
if
I?
it's not related in hate and if it's funny?
Facts.
Let me be able to say it.
And how better can I guess, sneak my way through a joke if I'm talking about my own life, my own family.
Well, you shit
So-
on yourself lets you be able to
Exactly.
and that's a great
Exactly.
tool that Dave
Exactly.
uses. Is if you take shots at yourself,
Then who can say anything about what I'm
but
saying?
then you're open to
Perfect.
then you're open to being able to take shots at other people too as well, because I've already been hard on myself.
So are y'all going to single out that 30 seconds of me talking about y'all? Or y'all going to do the whole hour when I talked about my whole entire self? And this whole special is talking about fuck me. The name of the special is fuck me. I spent 30 seconds talking about somebody else, and y'all going to clip that. But the
Yeah.
whole hour
Yeah,
is about me.
Is about me.
So
In my experience.
exactly. So I talk about my kids. I talk about my mistakes. Like one of my jokes is like, I did a little play on how I would leave my daughter. So I would play with her and I'll be like, we need some tea, we need some sugar. I'll go get the sugar and not go in the room and I smoke a blunt. Like I never come back. Like I ain't about to play tea.
That is the funniest smelling. That is the funniest smelling sugar I ever.
Like no, I don't smoke with my daughter. But I'll be like, I'll be right back, baby girl.
I
I'm
do the
about to
same
go
shit.
get
I do the
some.
same. My kids are getting too old. They starting to know what's going on.
I'm like, baby girl, I'll be right back, and I leave, and I'm in the room. She's like, where'd my daddy go?
I do the same shit.
I'm
How
gone.
old-
I
man.
had to go to the sugar fields.
Go to
How old
the
is-
shit.
how old is
I
your
had to
kids?
harvest.
7 now, 7 and 2.
7 and 2. So
Yeah.
you still in the fun.
So I'll be like, I gotta go. I can't do princess all day.
Well, you got to take breaks and then.
Yeah, I
and
gotta
you do
take a
gotta
smoke
escape
break
and be-
to get my imagination back.
No, you do. Shit,
You
Nah,
could
man,
be
like-
Baron von Frostflake or something.
dude. I mean,
Nah, so my kid 12, and he been in the system for years.
Okay.
so yeah, a little preface to this.
so he
they
cannot-
adopted. They
he-
are
Oh,
adopting
turn
her.
up.
Yeah.
He catches all my moves.
Oh, so yeah, he's
Yeah,
he's
he
very
does all my-
observant.
He's like that inmate that sees everything.
Yeah, like,
He know when to break out.
Yeah, he know where everything is.
I got a dime bag tucked up.
You
inside.
stupid! Don't
He's
say
like,
that.
He's
Don't-
like,
allegedly.
He like, why
He
you walking
allegedly
like,
had
why
a
you
dime
walking like
bag.
that, Dad?
Yeah, Dad, what's that bump in your pants?
Why you walking like that, Dad?
I folded my socks.
Well, this kid, bless him, he's been in
Yeah,
the system. He's
he's
a great
beautiful,
kid.
though.
He's a great kid, and what Aaron and Justin are doing by taking him on is nothing but short of fabulous.
No, that's dope, man.
Nah,
That's
they
dope. Is
adopted
he a
it.
black kid?
No.
Oh, I was gonna give you another pound.
Oh no! I'm just saying. God damn, you really would be.
Hey, but you know something, man? His therapist said, I only need to see you when you think I need to see him.
Oh wow!
I don't need to see him as much.
This is a kid that's been through like 17 different homes.
18 homes, 6 years.
Wow.
He's and had nothing. We won't get too deep into all the issues.
I don't want to.
But like that they're taking him on and giving him a stable place to stay is fucking beautiful. And I
See, when I hear stories like that makes me want to be more grateful for how I grew up, because I grew up with my dad and my mom, not in the same home, but Are
you from Wichita?
No, I was born in Topeka up until my freshman year of high school. Then I moved here freshman year. So I've always been kind of like trying to gain the popularity, the notoriety of this town. Since
because it's hard when you don't have that like.
That background,
that
middle,
base.
yeah.
You have a base.
I'm from Winfield.
So that's what I have separate from you guys. I grew up here, so I have a base of friends that I still knew from elementary school.
Exactly.
All the way up.
I don't have that.
Yeah.
So
you guys have done pretty well for yourselves, I think.
Yeah, I'm doing all right because I'm stepping outside myself and really like giving my dreams a really good shot. Yeah. But what I figure out is like, okay, the people from Topeka, if y'all listening, because I'm gonna be posting this, y'all gonna see. So this is for y'all.
I know
my people from Topeka, like. I know sometimes they feel like I'm not Topeka no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I done spent so much time.
Well, fuck off Topeka is what he told me.
I did.
He likes Wichita way better is what I heard.
Topeka ain't got nothing.
That's what I heard.
They ain't got nothing but Pizza Huts and Walmart.
Yeah. Okay.
That's what he said.
Okay.
And so that's what. And so I feel like there's a major split. So I've been trying to bring that together, because I know if I bring Topeka and Wichita kind of together, I'm gonna be big.
It's all good.
All joking aside, Topeka's not a bad place. Pretty fucking cool spot.
Yeah,
and we're similar. Like Wichita and Topeka are pretty similar. Like
similar.
I have loads of fun with Topeka.
We could share acts like a motherfucker
for sure.
Like we could like trade. You know what I mean? So
I'm on festivals up there this year.
For real?
Look at you. Look at you flexing.
Topeka always
flex that Topeka dick.
They got a lot.
It's on the table. He said, "I got shows. I got shows.
Nah.
Me too. Hold on. Me too. Hold on. Me too.
You say Topeka dick? That's not a good looking dick.
Yeah. Got a little crack.
You expected some Topeka.
It got a little crack on it. Got a little crack.
Little bumps and shit here and there.
Oh no.
Y'all are stupid.
Now we're back on Topeka's. Now we're back on the back. Just after we got the good side back, we done.
Yeah, now we done fucked up. I'm sorry, y'all. We love y'all. We love y'all.
But apparently,
just stop being so ghetto, man.
But a little bit of cream apparently will help you out.
But vice versa. But on the other side, Wichita think I'm not from here sometimes. Like, who is this dude? You know what I'm saying? We don't know him. I just met him.
Why you gotta be from here for me to support you?
I think you're cooler if you're not from here.
That's really the whole deal.
I don't know, man.
Well, if you're from a lamer, like shitty city like you guys are in Kansas,
I'm from Topeka, so different. I mean, it's like you from Topeka, take your dusty ass back to Topeka.
I didn't mean like other cities from Kansas, but if you're here and you're from like a cool city, like that's
like
cool.
Kansas City, Missouri.
Shit, maybe.
Yeah, Missouri.
Yeah, Missouri. You definitely got
misery.
Oh, my misery.
I like it. I love it up in KC, so it's always I've always had nothing but good times.
Yeah, but it's
but
cool.
Lawrence is really. I mean, all jokes aside, Lawrence is the coolest city. In
me.
But Lawrence has been kind of weird. You been there lately?
Well, I haven't been
For
there
real?
in the last few years.
No, I haven't been in the last
few years. Is it super woke now?
Yeah.
You can't even.
No, it's fucked up, man.
I used to go when Brothers was popping.
All the places up there on Mass Street.
Jazz House was always my spot, dude.
Yeah, you still got Jazz House. You still got
Brothers, and you got the pizza spot right down the street from Brothers. I used to go to Brothers and then walk to the pizza spot. That was my shit.
Like there's a lot of shit gone.
Yeah, that was my
there's a lot of shit
What's
gone.
the name of that fucking pizza
Pizzeria
spot?
Somebody got Paul Pierce and all the basketball players and everything.
It's got that nice little like. It's almost right on Mass Street out, and the thing you can sit out front.
And you be
check
drunk,
it out.
and you can go.
Same.
It ain't the same.
Damn, why are you fucking with us, man?
But why he just shitting on it?
Because I went there expecting the same shit that I saw back in my day too.
You didn't get that nostalgia feeling?
No, I did not.
I love Mass Street.
Wow.
I mean,
that bitch was closed down by midnight.
What?
That's probably the crime, man. Once enough crimes happen around an establishment, they start breaking in those rules, shutting shit
fucking
down.
Hire a guy.
Just hire a guy to shoot everybody.
Just hire some security.
We just need a Magnum PI.
Just hire a guy to shoot him. Just
hire a sniper guy.
Very straightforward on the Aaron Austin show.
Just hire a guy to fucking be security.
That is
people
true.
don't want to pay security for shit.
I do security. When I'm not doing comedy, I be doing security.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you do that at?
I do it at the Douglas Social. Anytime a DJ be needing security, and then I'm funny security, so it ain't awkward. You know, some people hate getting wanded down and stuff.
Yeah, well, some security guys are fucking dicks.
Yeah, no,
we
come
went to
in.
that Douglas Social.
Did we?
That was. The
Oh
place
yeah, I
we
was
were
there.
at.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
Cool
be.
fucking
I thought you
sunset
invited me
sign.
to a gay bar for a minute. I wasn't because I was none but dudes in there when I walked in there.
You stupid. You gotta wait. You gotta wait. The ladies come out later.
Well, I
Like,
never had been there before, and it was just all men in there.
You
I was
stupid.
Right, he did it.
He did it.
I was like, well, I was like, what is John? What is?
But
Eric
yeah, so
got
I mean, shoot, yeah. Hire me for security if you need me. I'll come all the way out to Lawrence for a pretty penny to wand people.
I do security.
Man, what?
I used to work security at bars downtown.
I always want to get my aggression out that way.
Not me. I don't
Safe
want
way
to.
to
I
get
don't want to fuck with.
Safe way.
I don't
want to
fuck with a bunch of dumb bros, man. Fuck those guys.
Nah, it's fun.
For me, like venue security is a lot more redirection than it ever is anything.
Yeah.
I mean, very rarely does it become an incident.
Yeah,
unless
that's what
you-
I'm saying.
It really is if you fucked up. Like you should have. seen it
Yeah,
coming.
I seen it coming. So
I usually go like, "Hey man, you fucked up. Go out to your car, recollect, right?"
most of the
Like,
time,
figure shit out.
I like doing security
They never come
because they
back.
love you. Everybody loves the security guard. Everybody,
Yeah.
every time they walk past you, they pat you on your shoulder, give you a high five. Don't throw me out. You know, so I love it. Yeah. Remember me when shit go crazy. Remember me?
Remember, I'm on your side.
I'm on your
Just
side.
smoke me now.
You're my favorite.
Yeah.
You're my favorite security guard.
When you say I need a shot to give my security a drink, they come and give you a drink.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
throw me out here.
damn, I ain't never got a drink as a security guard. I'm doing some shit.
You're not
wrong.
doing the jokes when they walk in.
I'm not- shit,
You got to do the jokes when you want them down. Be like, turn around, let me see what you
That's
got
why
back
you
there.
gotta be a comedian slash security.
Because when the girls turn around or something, I'd be like, oh, you got it underneath here. She be like, oh, you stupid. I be like, yeah.
You got that's some pretty good game for fucking.
I think he's got it locked down.
yeah, for sure.
I'm like, what you got underneath here? Oh, that's too thick. You got the gun right there. Yeah. You put
We all learned it.
He said we all learned it. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's perfect. So, if anybody needs a wand guy, I'm
Yeah.
because I got some new fucking ammo to make. This
I'm your guy with the
your guy.
wand.
So, other than the marshmallows, how long you been doing comedy? When this train
So-
starts, show us the beginning.
The beginning.
Yeah, give us a little bit of the.
In the beginning,
So
When did I think I could get up there and
I got the
and tell these jokes?
I got the first bug in high school when I did national forensics. So that's what I did, speech. So I did humorous interpretation. So I had to take a person's stand up. So I would take anybody famous that we all know and love, take all the cuss words and dick jokes out. And then I had to
And
go
do like 10 minutes.
yeah, and I'd have to do
Out
It
of
would,
a
it would
30.
go from 50 down to 10.
yeah. So I would have to, and I have to go in a suit and tie, and I have to go to all these different tournaments and speak it and perform it like it was my stand
Damn, I
up.
didn't have that shit when I was in school.
Dude,
I
it was only
made-
5 minutes anyway. It was fine.
It was so fun. So I did humorous interpretation. I did dramatic interpretation, was doing the same thing but drama. Then I did improv 2, where they gave you 3 different categories and you had 10 minutes to decide which one you wanted to do, and then you had to do a 5-minute improv on it. So
awesome.
I
That
did
sounds
all
awesome.
of that for about 4 to 5 years. I got a scholarship.
That is great, like
Yeah.
training for a comedian.
You want to talk about how I'm able to write every day? So
Is that still something they offer in school?
yes, I
Training?
graduated high school with a ribbon because
What
I've
high
got
school?
Southeast High School.
Southeast?
So I
The
graduated
new
with
one
a,
or the one that
back in the
one
day
that was on Edgemore?
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm from 2013. I'm
Well, my
Edgemore.
kids are going to go to Southeast. I would love that to be an option. Though,
That's
hopefully.
still an option. I had Mr. Sam Smith was my teacher. No correlation to the singer. You know what I'm saying? And man, I just did that, and I became into the National Forensics League. I graduated with a certificate, a ribbon, and I had a scholarship to go to Hutch for just that same thing.
yeah.
So
Be a Salt Hawk?
pretty
the Hutch
much.
Community College?
So I didn't do it though.
Oh, really?
I ended up choosing wrestling and going to Neo Show, where I became a
okay.
cheerleader. So that's where I learned how to perform.
So how did you parlay? You washed over it real quick. How did you get a scholarship for wrestling? How did that parlay into?
Because I was wrestling and so I wrestled my whole life. So I wrestled for.
So you grew up wrestling?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Wrestling
Charlie
and football.
Knox?
Yeah, Coach Knox.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you know Coach Knox?
Yeah, Sean DeShazier, all the DeShaziers.
I played
they're
Bulldog
real good.
football,
yeah,
so I know Coach
yeah.
Knox real
So
well.
my little brother played for the Bulldogs when
Yeah.
they went on that little 56-0 run.
Yeah.
My little brother played
Oh,
for the
really?
Bulldogs.
Really?
Yeah. So
Shout out to Charlie Knox, been a been a great wrestling coach and a great football coach in this town for a long
I
time.
wrestled I'm a year behind Matt Reed.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
Matt Reed, when he went on his run, I'm a year right behind him. So yeah, so
you wrestling? Don't fuck with Alonzo Ross.
yeah, that's why I do security. That's why I do security. Yeah,
it's all fun and games till you get dumped on your ass.
Right.
I still wear my
Till
USA Wrestling.
you get that
beanie.
double leg shot.
Yeah,
and put up
yeah. I'll slam a motherfucker real quick. So I did wrestling. I was like, do I want to do spoken word or do I want to go to wrestling and get some bitches? So I was like,
They no bitches in spoken word? Damn.
They all don't use deodorant. You know, I'm playing.
So it's a little crunchy.
You know,
they theater bitches.
I ain't want no.
So theater bitches is a thing.
Theater bitches.
I ain't want
So maybe
no.
we help theater bitches out, take a shower, and clean your hair a little.
I ain't want no earthly bitch. You know what I'm saying?
They make an effort to be earthy,
Yeah,
man.
they making an effort to be earthly.
I never shaved my legs.
Yeah, I don't.
If the bottom
That
of your
way
feet
they're
is black.
soft.
Yeah, bro,
Yeah.
they walking on. Nah, I didn't want that. So I was like,
You
man,
wear socks every once in a while.
you know what I'm
No
saying?
sunshine, bitch.
Hey, he got to get on camera. He funny.
No, you can't do it. Don't tell him that.
don't
tell
Oh,
him.
my bad.
Don't feed that beast.
We edit all his shit out.
And so I just chose a different route. So I did get off track for a little bit. So once I graduated college, and I'm like, man, I really love this performance side of me because I got to be on cheer. I got to be around all these females. I'm up here throwing girls
So
up.
you did 4 years of cheerleading at Neosho?
I did 2. And then I went to Emporia State.
Oh,
and their
nice.
cheer team was garbage. So I just hurried up and got done with Emporia State, came back home to Wichita. When I came back home, I'm like, all right, what the fuck am I going to do with my time? What else can I do? I don't really like building shit and all that shit. So I was like, I'm really good. I tried the music thing. I tried the rap thing. Didn't work. So 2.5 years ago, this is the start of my 3rd year. 2 years ago, Keywan Moses had a Lava Hookah Lounge open mic.
Oh yeah.
And I went in that open mic and ripped.
So did you have 5 minutes when you went in there?
Oh,
And
yeah.
You knew what you was getting into.
Yeah.
You performed on a
Yeah.
stage in
I
front
wrote it. I performed.
You've already mimicked some comedians. So you had a pace and a timing
Yeah.
already.
And I knew I
That's
wanted.
such great. That is
Yeah.
such great.
And so, but right before I did that, I did music video reactions and I also did a YouTube's couple. So I was already getting in before I
And
stepped.
you were already doing a little content creation. with it.
Exactly. So I had already had content creation. I was actually getting paid to do music video reactions. People would give me money to do reactions
Those are
to their.
funny. Those are still
Exactly.
funny.
That's cool.
To this day, those are still funny. There's a ton of people that are still doing that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, really now they're doing reactions to other videos.
Exactly.
And that's
So
still
that's
funny as fuck.
exactly how I started. Then I was like, this ain't enough. Like I need.
Well, you're funnier than that. You're funnier than
And I was like, man, my whole life I did stand up. From 2009 to about 2015, I did stand up. It wasn't my material though. So I was like,
you were just performing.
let's go.
But you weren't performing songs. What's nice is it gave you a cadence.
Exactly.
A lot of comedians don't have timing.
I already had timing when I stepped on stage. My dad said
That is
that.
the most important.
Yeah.
And I will tell you, anybody that likes comedic movies and comedic and stand-up comedy, your best comedians have
good timing. Yeah.
It is the
It's
most
all timing.
Exactly.
Great writing.
Mitch Hedberg.
Great writing can be ruined by timing.
Exactly.
It really can. And sometimes it will still shine through. And you write a great joke, and you know that's a great joke. But timing is everything. And
Exactly.
That's what and Alonzo has it in fucking spades.
Thank you. I
And
appreciate it, man.
You and Bam and a couple other local guys have great timing and great.
Thank you.
They know how to put together a joke.
Yeah, and so I just literally I was like, okay, man. I was like, man, I want to do stand up again. I want to get out there, but I want to be my jokes. I want to be all me. So I wrote a little set about me being a baby daddy. It was during the pandemic. So I wrote, and I had just got through a breakup. Now during
So you had
this,
a little ammo.
I had a little ammo, and the girl that I was dealing with at the time said I wasn't even funny because I used to do little stuff in my living room.
She was hating.
She was hating. So I used to have my friends, shout out my friends that always used to just let me tell them jokes and they wasn't funny at the time, but I was learning.
But there's always something there though.
Yeah,
Like,
so
if-
I did.
not every
shows.
joke's gonna fucking land.
Of course, I'm learning that now.
Yeah, sometimes it's crickets.
Yeah, but
Sometimes
you gotta
it's
learn how to hit the crowd when you hit them
And
crickets.
sometimes
See the crowd hit the crowd.
And he knows
Yep.
more than anything, so I'm preaching to the choir. But sometimes if you say it a little different way, it's funny and fuck the next time.
Exactly.
Like you
Timing.
just didn't quite
That's
say it
timing.
right. You just
Exactly.
didn't quite say it right. If
And
the
like
timing
you
didn't
said,
hit,
timing,
it
man.
there's something here, but it ain't hitting right yet.
Yep. And so I finally went on stage, and Keywan, DeAndre, Crawford, a lot of people was like, "This your first time?" And I was like, "This is my first time doing professional stand up, yeah, but this ain't my first time on no stage."
No, yeah.
Right.
And so I think it just God's timing, bro. I think that's the only way you can really put it. Like, I already had the background with
You had a
high
perfect
school.
background to be a stand-up comedian.
And I did Topeka Broadway, so that's the acting
Well,
side
and,
of me.
and you
so.
and you got to. I mean, you've had some life experiences. You've done some sports. You've done some cheerleading. You've
Yeah,
you've done some this and that.
went
Like,
to- yeah.
nothing helps you
More
with
than
ammo more than life experiences.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're just a fucking dude that doesn't do shit,
Exactly.
like you're gonna have a bunch of dick and fart jokes.
And
that
I
aren't
won
gonna
a
be that
national
funny.
championship with them girls. So I got some stories about Myrtle
Oh,
Beach.
so you've been
Yeah.
looking
Oh,
up.
shit.
Yeah.
This
My
motherfucker's-
baby
this
mama.
motherfucker's had some nice views.
I ain't gonna say baby mama. The mother of my oldest child.
There you go.
Me and her met in college, and
Oh,
we won a
you
national
don't say. You
championship
don't say.
together in 2015.
No, that's
9
surprising.
months later.
That's surprising.
9 months later.
That's
So
surprising.
I got
What had
stories,
happened
man.
was-
I got stories, man. I just got a good rounded life, and I didn't know how to put it because I tried music. And when you said,
You too funny.
I'm too funny. So my voice, I ain't gonna like my voice, like it's cool. It's a cool voice for comedy. But trying to like my first rap was like, fuck it. I kill it.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
And
I will say to a lot of hip hop artists out there, no matter how great your bars are, it's really a lot to do with your voice.
It's your voice,
Your voice
man.
is
You
a
gotta
ton.
have the voice.
It's a ton of
And
that.
so I have a comedic voice already.
Yeah.
I had to find my tone, my voice. Bam. Uncle Bam took me on the road.
Long
And he-
live his dreads.
Man, he cut his dreads. Yeah, he
off.
cut his dreads.
Say, sometimes you got
silence.
sometimes
Oh, you got. He left the community.
Oh yeah,
I know
he
he's
did.
like a fallen
Damn.
brother.
I know his.
He's like taking it different.
And
He's
when-
like Thor that lost Mjolnir right now. It's like so like sad.
Bro,
Bam's
He's like
dreads.
so
Yeah,
sad
man.
shout out to Bam's dread.
that are on the floor. Some
I feel bad for his head right now.
Man, it's a little lighter. It's a little lighter.
he just
But he you know early in my career, you know what I'm saying, he was like, just find your voice, you got it. And so like I just been working on that, and I think I found it now, because now I'm starting to like, of course you're gonna find new voice when you get to different levels of age and maturity. When my daughters get to a certain level, when they're actually going through puberty, I'm gonna have different stories. I'm gonna have a different type of
I
tone.
gotta tell you, I got daughters.
Oh yeah.
My daughter's 13, and I don't.
You might want to start doing stand up.
Your world doesn't come up.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I've wrote bits since I was a kid.
Man.
I got.
Come to Marshmallow Night.
It's not something I've ever been passionate
Just-
about. This
You
is
don't
what I
want to
like
perform it. You want to write it.
Marshmallows.
I
So
this is
just
what I do. This is
just
what I
knock it
do.
off your bucket list. My mom actually came to a
I know.
Marshmallow
I want.
Night.
I will eventually put some.
Yeah,
'cause
just knock it off your bucket list. Come to Marshmallow Night, you'll love it.
I know I will. That's the problem. Then I don't need something else to constantly write about, and go crazy on. So it's like I am a real addictive personality. So
Me too.
I try not to
sometimes.
kick some doors down, because I'll be in that. I'll never be able to get away from it.
Yeah.
and it'll become my whole life. And
Fuck Aaron Ozz's show. I'm a comedian.
And I'm not gonna lie, that could happen.
Could
but
be.
I am more passionate about this process. I have.
Now this is.
I would love to. I have another podcast I'd like to do myself, and I'd like to produce a couple podcasts that I have ideas for that I could not be on. So, this is where my passion is. But I've always wrote bits. I've always tried to write minutes, because this shit comes to me. I like to write.
So just incorporate it, because you can be a comedian.
Boy, I throw 'em
you
into
can be,
this shit.
Yeah, I was just about to
Yeah,
say that. Just throw
into
them in
this
here,
shit.
man.
I do.
Because content, it doesn't matter where it's given,
But
as long as it's given.
I save my best 5 minutes. I got 2 dumb bits that if I ever get stuck on
for
stage.
family reunions.
Yeah, if ever somebody really pushes me on stage,
I
got at least a loaded gun.
Oh, I keep them. I keep them. I can do a
Hey,
set.
good to know.
Good.
I'll pop y'all both on stage.
I keep.
Just let me go. Just let me go first. Don't let me. This man kill the crowd.
Hey, nah. Sometimes. Hey.
So I gotta ask one more. But we're getting towards the end of this, but I still want to know one more time. Give me. This is another story I love to hear. What's your biggest flop? What was your biggest? Coming up, or even recently, what's the?
All right, so speaking of Bam,
give me the tank.
Speaking of Bam, I've only had. So this can be considered a flop or not, but I've only had one time where I got like taken off a stage. You know what I'm saying?
Like shit just didn't go well.
Yeah. So we go to the Night Out Comedy. So speaking of Marshmallow Night Out Comedy, they jingle keys.
That's what you was talking about.
The Night Out Comedy show.
Where is that?
That's in Arkansas.
Yeah, because they
Little
travel.
Rock, Little Rock, Arkansas. Yeah. So me and Bam, Bam ain't got no license, so I had to drive.
He like that old pimp that always got cash.
He's like,
he probably had a license.
Yeah. He's like, who won 5 minutes? Who won 5 minutes? But you got to drive.
You got to drive. I got $100 for you, but you got to drive.
You got to drive.
He had a fucking license.
Yeah, so
he ain't got no identification.
We go to the Night Out. We go to the Night Out. Who hosts that? D So Funny out of Little Rock, Arkansas, hosts the Night Out Comedy Club.
Shout out to him.
And he's actually traveling that as well. But his concept is if they don't like the jokes, they jingle keys.
And I like that anybody that comes up with that, I'll like to circle back to that real quick. Anything that keeps you dumbass from yelling at comics while they're trying to work, I like.
It's the interactive part.
That's why I like the marshmallow keys. Like, it keeps them shut the fuck up.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need you badgering a fucking comedian.
But still interact. So they know if they shit is good or not.
Yeah, it does. Right. It's helpful.
Play along,
but don't be rude.
But don't be like, don't interrupt my fucking set.
And that's why I said I don't know if this one's considered. So here we go.
Okay, yeah, here it is.
We go to and Bam won this night. But all right, so here we go. We go to the Night Out Comedy Club. Everybody going up, jingle. So
the crowd ain't feeling it.
I'm like, they not about to fuck.
So they came to jingle keys. These bitches came to jingle keys.
But that's hyping me up. I'm like, okay. They don't know who I am. I'm the new.
I'm coming out swinging.
Boom! I come out. I say a joke about. I said it specifically. I said, you got to get you y'all fellas. Where my single fellas at? Some they start woo. I said, fellas, you can't be single too long. I didn't know I needed an air fryer until I got a bad bitch. She told me I need an air fryer. Everybody started laughing because of air fryers, whatever, except for 2 people in VIP. They was like, air fryer, just use the microwave. I was like, oh, you must be dating a bunch of broke boys. So and I was like, only real bad bitches get air fryers. And then she was like, it started jingling her keys, and I was like,
and she got punked.
And she got mad because I said she was a basic bitch. But you interrupted my set. But she was in VIP. So I should have just gave her the love.
She just has sour ass bitch.
I should have just gave her the love. So
no, you
she
did right.
started.
I think you did the right thing as a comedian.
She jingled the keys. Her homegirl jingled the keys. Her other homegirl jingled the keys. And I swear you thought Santa Claus was coming. Because he...
Did you turn white? You turned white up there?
I just froze.
Did you freeze?
Yes, I froze. I said, what? What the fuck? I said one last
I bet we
joke.
couldn't even see your tattoos for a minute.
Oh, boy. I stepped in the back. I was like, and then I said, hold on, I ain't no bitch. I came back. I was like, I don't know why y'all jingling y'all keys. All these black folks, y'all ain't got no gas money. They laughed and I walked off stage.
Yeah,
I just walked off.
That's smart.
I just walked off. But they definitely jingled me off, though. Yeah. I got jingled off and I froze.
Yeah.
I don't know how long I was standing there, but I think it was at least 30 seconds before I said that. So I ain't gonna lie, that time I said the story makes it seem like I only stood there for like 5 seconds. No.
Yeah.
I was like,
it was shook. You was shook.
I was frozen.
And I always want to bring this up for every aspiring comedian. It happens even to the best of comedians.
Yes.
Like even far deep into their years of doing stuff and hosting shows, you gonna get shook on that stage.
Every time on Wednesday, I get marshmallows thrown at me.
Yeah, exactly.
I literally only use.
Well, you got people coming to that show just with they warming up their arms.
He gives them the marshmallows.
They out there doing like fucking baseball.
They are though. They be
getting ready to fucking pelt your ass with that shit.
But I purposely give brand new. I'm talking about stuff that I ain't even did in the mirror sometimes at Marshmallow Night because I want to get that raw feel.
And I want to say that too again to help out comedians. you got to realize the people in the crowd that they are trying out new fucking material sometimes.
Yeah.
So throw your marshmallow, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah, and I give them that raw. I didn't even went over this 2 or 3 times.
Respect.
And that's honestly that's hardest to do. That's why I always have respect for comedians because they're coming.
We don't get no edit.
Because I don't get to sit in the studio and be like, this is my song.
Oh, I don't like that. I don't like how that sound. I need to go C major. I need to go. Nah,
I need to
I
fucking
can't do none of
tweak it.
that.
I need to maybe buy this pack and I can fix it. But no, the only thing you can do as a comedian
is try again.
Take that shit on a stage and see what the fuck happens.
And then try again. If it fails,
tweak it, fix it, twirl it. That's why I will always say they're the smallest group of the entertainment industry, and it's the hardest entertainment industry ever. So I always
they always kind of like give us a little like like they don't respect us sometimes. Like the comedian, we work hard, man. We be working hard.
No, it's hard to be a comedian.
Yeah, they think it's easy to make somebody laugh at you every time you see them. Like every time you see me, I have to make you giggle
all the time
of some capacity. You have to smile.
It's a fucking burden.
Yes, but I love it though.
And
I wouldn't change it for nothing.
After all that bitching, it's my favorite medium, and
I wouldn't.
So
drink Casper.
So take a minute. Take a minute after this shot and pimp your brand.
How do we find you?
Tell us all about
all your social media,
where we can find your movie, where we can find your everything. So give a minute and tell them all right here.
OnlyFans, all that.
Yeah, you got the feet pics. I heard you got great feet.
Only gorillas, Hell yeah. So, my name, of course, for those that didn't know or didn't read, comedian Alonzo Ross. You can find me on all social media sites at that. Just type in comedian Alonzo Ross on Facebook and Google. If you go to Instagram, though, it's That Man Zoe. Now, talking with your mouth full, spelled exactly how it sounds. There's no abbreviations, no cut off of the G. Talking with your mouth full, that's on Instagram.
Was he in the show with that new
Yeah. And that's on YouTube as well.
Yeah.
Now for the movies, Joint Custody just dropped. That's on Amazon. It will be on Tubi in a month. And prior to that, if you want to see my movie that is out right now, it'll be on Tubi. It's called PPP Long Gone. And then I got 2 more movies coming out the rest of this year.
This man is acting. This man is acting. He's writing original comedy.
I love it.
I wrote a movie.
He's got podcast. You write. You're going to direct.
Yeah. So I'm currently writing a movie. You're
going to write the screenplay and direct it?
I already wrote a screenplay. So if you look at the Wichita Writers Association, the Writers Guild Association, you'll see my movie on there. So any directors that want to buy a screenplay, 495 is the screenplay I just wrote.
Hey, motherfucking shout out to Alonzo Ross. doing a lot of inspiration.
Doing everything.
I do everything.
Hey, very fucking inspirational to me as a great stand-up comedian, acting, producing, doing his own podcast. And I'd like to thank him for coming on this podcast. I really appreciate it. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Hey,
roll that motherfucker.
Can we play his song?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh my God!
Oh man! Well, good. Before we go, I gotta say, 495 was also written by my co-writer Jordan Smith. I don't want to, because I didn't write it by myself.
Yeah, for sure.
So you can go to WSU Studios.
This is the shout-out show forever.
Yeah.
Shout-outs forever.
Go to WSU Studios and look on the bulletin. You'll see the movie, and if you want to be a part of the movie, we are accepting people that would like to go ahead and help film and everything. It's already written.
And fun. We love funds.
Yeah, we would like some money, but you can go to WSU right now at Wichita State Studios. And they have our movie plastered for you to be a part of it if you want to. Yeah.
And I would love, we'll get with you after this. There is a Roku channel that we're putting together. If you want to fucking throw it eventually.
We'll be talking.
Yeah. So I would love to.
Johnny got that queued
5, 6, 7, 8.
The conversation's wonderful. Good people with a lot of soul. Sit back and get comfortable. And try talking with your mouth full.